What makes a person confident is the relationship that they have with the self, with their self. So many of us feel like it's not safe to be seen, it's not safe to be heard, it's not safe to be our authentic selves. And when we are our authentic selves, we are our most authentically confident. We can show up, and we can be human beings with authenticity. We experience trauma, we experience circumstances we are projected onto by other people, and that dims and diffuses our authentic self-confidence. We feel like we have to hide that part of ourselves, that true part of ourselves. And the self is so important. The self is really all we ever have. We come into this life with the self, and we depart from this life with the self. Our relationship with ourself is the most important relationship we'll ever have with anyone ever. But because of these experiences, like the trauma, the projection, the things that we have experienced growing up, we create a different version of ourselves. We create a false self. We create a role self, which is how we show up to feel safe. Or our subconscious mind creates this false self to protect us and to keep us safe, because it's not safe for us to show up as our true self, because maybe we did and we got judged and criticized for it. Maybe we showed up as our true self and it triggered a parent or a family member who condemned us and told us that we shouldn't do that, or we shouldn't be ourselves, or perhaps we felt like we had to be more like them in order to be loved and accepted, or we had to adopt a role to be loved and accepted by others, like becoming a people pleaser, or becoming a parent's parent, or becoming a good boy or girl. In order for us to feel more confident authentically, we can't just like pretend that's not there. Like, let's just ignore the stuff that's not working and let's push through it. But it feels rubbish. It feels heavy. It feels bad. It feels stressful. When we actually look at this stuff that we've got going on, like the traumas, the role self, the false self, the insecurities, the programming, the projections, all of this stuff that's creating our false self, we look at it and we go, I see you, and I know you, I recognize you. When it comes to being our true authentic selves, it's such a smoother transition. Every time we do this exercise, we upgrade and calibrate to our more authentic, confident selves, which can be quite surprising for us. Your fears, negative emotions, limiting beliefs, projections that have been projected onto you by other people, your false self, your roles, every decision, action, reaction, and interaction that you make, that we make from that place, gives us what we have in our lives. And if we want to have a different experience in life, whether that's relationships, work, money, business, friendships, relationships with family members, looking at ourselves, right? Because it's an inside job. Change is an inside job. It's so powerful. Looking at what's running the show. Why am I like this? Like we find out why we're like the way we are, why we're not experiencing the confidence that we want to be and we deserve so much.